Hi, welcome to Grandma Lillian's Kitchen. A friend asked the other day if Grandma Lillian had a turkey recipe, and she didn't. Her recipe was for goose. Now, goose is a personal favorite of mine, and I had a deal with my dad for years that if he would cook a goose for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, I would do the entire rest of the meal. He thought it was a good deal, and actually I did too, because at the time I had no idea how to cook goose. I do now, but that's a video for another day. Today we're going to do turkey. So to start your turkey, when you take it out of its packaging, make sure you check both ends for any innards. There's usually a neck and a bag of giblets in there somewhere. Don't throw them out. Let's set them aside because we're going to use them for dressing in another recipe. So my turkey's unpackaged, it's in the pan. I've removed the giblets and set them aside for another use. I'm going to prepare the cavity now. So I'm going to take an onion and an apple, and cut them in quarters, and I'm going to put a stick of cinnamon in a bowl with the onions and the apple. I'm going to cover it with water and put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. Then, when it's done, I'm going to drain off the water. Now, before I stuff the cavity with the apple and the onion, I'm going to take a tablespoon of Tabasco sauce and 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, and I'm going to mix those together. And then I'm going to rub the inside of the cavity with it. Now that we've rubbed the Tabasco and salt inside the cavity, I'm just going to take the onions and apples and stuff them in. Now that the cavity is salted and packed with the aromatics, I'm going to tuck the legs back into the, oops, well, I just broke that. So let me go get some twine and I'll be right back. Okay, got a couple pieces of twine and a fresh towel. In case you do break that piece off, just go ahead and tuck that in and tie the legs together. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something to help keep the moisture inside and obviously I can't tie a knot and talk at the same time. It just helps keep the cavity fillings inside and keeps the moisture inside. So now what I'm going to do is take a piece of foil, coat it with some canola oil or vegetable oil, and form it to the top of the turkey. We're not going to use it right away. We're going to use it later. But what you want to do, or what you're going to do to bake it or to roast it is you're going to put your rack on the lowest level, and you're going to preheat your oven to 500 degrees. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but don't freak out. It won't be at 500 the whole time. That was wonderful. Fun times. So get your foil oiled and then just take it and form it over the top of the turkey. This is going to be a temp that you're going to use later when you cut the temperature down. And if you pre-form it, it's just going to be easier to pop it in the oven when the time comes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my turkey now, put it on the lowest oven rack setting with the legs towards the back of the oven. The back of the oven is the hottest part, and if you put it in this way, it'll keep this side from drying out too fast and the rest of it from cooking too fast. Now this one does have a pop-up thermometer, but I am going to also use my own thermometer, and because it has an audible alarm, and I'm going to put the probe in the thickest part of the breast and set it for 155. So I will be back in 30 minutes because we're going to cover the turkey and turn the oven temperature down to 350 degrees. So we're going to start at 500 for 30 minutes, then we're going to cut it down to 350 for the rest of the cooking time. Back soon. Okay, the timer has gone off. The turkey has been in the oven for 30 minutes at 500 degrees. I'm going to put the tent over it very quickly, close it back up, and reduce my temperature to 350. I've reduced the oven temperature to 350 degrees, and I've loosely covered the turkey with foil to prevent the skin from over browning or burning. It will take another hour and a half to 2 hours for the turkey to finish cooking. When that happens, I'll be back. So the turkey finished cooking. It came up to an internal temp of 155. I pulled it out and let it rest for 15 minutes, and while it was resting, it finished cooking and came up to 165 internally, which is exactly where you want it to be. Isn't this a gorgeous color? I think it looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to digging into it. So I am going to do that. Get rid of that string. This will be fun, cutting backwards. But I'm just going to carve right in and see what it looks like. Ooh, it looks gorgeous. It is done. It is juicy. I'm just going to finish cutting into it and get a piece on the plate. But it looks wonderful. It smells good. Oh, and I'm not good at cutting upside down, but there we go. Just gonna slice a couple of very awkward thin slices. Well, that is a juicy, juicy, juicy turkey breast. And I know it is going to be good. It is wonderful. So, since it's just my partner in crime and myself, and we have this huge turkey, I'm going to be looking forward to making some of my favorite leftover dishes. I absolutely love turkey sandwiches, and I have a dish that I make, turkey, pesto, and pasta, which you make with turkey leftovers, and I'm looking forward to that. My partner in crime is not a huge turkey eater, nor his family, but I will tell you, the first year I made this turkey for them, there was nothing left. I had no leftovers, and I was devastated. So if you've ever wondered about cooking a turkey, or you wind up with a dry turkey, give this one a try. It's come out beautifully every time. I hope you really enjoy it. I know I will. Thanks. See you next time. Bye-bye.